So I thought this is a good idea to give you some of the rules and some of the mistakes that are being done working with a value proposition canvas. So I used some of these sticky notes that I prepared beforehand for a situation that you probably know. We're going to pick here an example with a small job shop owner. So he's either a CNC shop owner or, well, another technology. For the sake of this, we're going to keep the machine's uptime 98% as one of his jobs to be done. All right? Now, if you notice, one of the things that's important when using jobs to be done, and we're using the color of yellow, is that we're basically trying to make this as specific as possible. And the reason for this is, even if you don't know, you should guess. Main reason, if you're guessing, then you have a reference here to basically ask the customer whether 90% is the number of reference. So you'll understand how the needle of sensitivity from a job to be done importance is playing in this game. So let's make this clear. Keep the machine's uptime 98%, and if I ask about it, I'll understand 98% is a number that's considered okay, a dream, or he's not satisfied with it, and no less than 99% would count. Another job is that our job shop owner would like to get 3 quotes a month to customers. The important thing here is the business. So he's looking at a business-oriented job to be done here. And again, we get some specifics here. So maybe it's not 3, maybe it's 10. Maybe 3 is the Olympus. Maybe 10 is a walk in the park. We don't know. But we should put a number and we should put a frequency on a month or every 2 days, because those guesses would lead to more intelligent and specific questions that would allow us to understand their sensitivity. Now let's look at pains. So pain number 1, experienced programming engineers are hard to find. So this is a pain that has to do with hiring programming engineers. Could we make this more specific? So hiring another engineer could be the great limit. Maybe hiring 5 engineers. So we could definitely put some specifics in this to understand the pain. And the experienced programming engineers are hard to find, and they're related to maybe keeping the machine's uptime at 98%. So there's a connection between pains and jobs to be done. But there's another pain here that has to do with the machines themselves, and that's idle time is higher than 30%. So this kind of pain stops us from achieving machine uptime or maybe utilization of 98%. So one of the rules here, as we explained before, is that there is a connection between pains and jobs to be done. Now the next thing is, we're talking about gains. And gains are basically, as we said, the ultimate goal or the way customers would measure success. So as you can see here, 5 business opportunities every month is definitely a measure of success. So to this owner, 5 business opportunities that come to them every month is a dream. Maybe to another owner it's 10, maybe every week, we don't know. But this kind of a dream is related to getting quotes out. And another dream that's related here is zero maintenance hassle. So zero maintenance hassle, or maybe once a week worry about maintenance. These kinds of gains are more specific, and it's related, for instance, for the machine uptime. So if we can keep the machine uptime at 98%, zero maintenance hassle is a gain that the job owner, the job shop owner, would like to have. So what we're seeing here are basically 3 parts of the profile, and they're all connected in somewhat manner, okay? One of the things that people make mistakes with is that they think that gains and pains are the opposites, but they're not. Again, the pain is the landmine that really, or the obstacle that prevents you from getting the job done successfully. And the gains are the ultimate way you measure the final result of what is a successful job, okay? So once we've handled the customer side, let's move over to the value side and see what we have here. So on the value side, we have proactive health check for machines. So it's a service we would like to offer based on IoT, for instance. So proactive health check would basically help with the uptime of the machines, okay? So as you can see here, this kind of service, or maybe in the shape of a product, it's definitely related to what we're seeing here on the job to be done side. Another product or offering is automatic maintenance calls to vendors. So the maintenance calls would be done automatically. Maybe a button, maybe a software would be actually summoning the technicians on the vendor side, the machine tool or the machine vendor in this specific example, okay? And then CloudBased Marketplace is another solution in which we're trying to solve pains that have to do with hiring programmers or programming engineers and get business opportunities. So we're trying to tackle them both using the same service or the same product for that matter. Now the way to look at pain relievers and gain creators is that you'd like to ask, how would a cloud-based marketplace relieve one of these pains? And for instance, one of the pain relievers is that there's no need to hire a new employee. So CloudBased Marketplace helps you relieve the pain of experienced programming engineers that are hard to find by the fact that you could work with freelance contractors and no need to hire a new employee. The same way, we're looking at gain creators, bringing new demand for jobs from prospects, answering 5 business opportunities every month from this same solution. So if you look at the entire value proposition canvas, you could see that there are relations here. And one of the things that I asked you earlier, or you saw in the exercise, was how do you actually connect between pain relievers and pains, gain creators and gains, okay? And the most important thing about designing this is that once you filled the customer profile and you put all of those jobs, try to sort them in a way that you get those most important or critical jobs first, and then the most painful pains first. And also, there's one more tip that's important for you as a designer. Don't try to solve all the jobs, answer all gains or pains. Pick the ones that you think hurt most or are most desired by your customer and focus on them. At the end of the day, designing value is all about choices. And now it's time for you to design your choices.